Nightside. This is the Nightside Project.
The truth shall set you free.
Nightside on KSL. Never go to bed.
But see, that's the problem. We have free soda machines here at work.
All right, if I get diabetes, then I'm claiming workman's comp.
The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Kirry on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to the Nightside Project. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Kirry. The Nightside Project is brought to you by the New Millennium Group. You can learn more about Derek Overstreet and his great team at utahsfinancialplanner.com. Alex.
Will we consider it a success one day when we go, it's brought to you by the old Millennium Group? You know those guys, they've been around forever. The old Millennium Group.
Alex, yesterday when I
I'm going to take
mentioned...
that as a no.
I'm going to take... Yeah, you're right. That's a no. I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted me to weigh in on your punchline. I thought...
It wasn't a punchline. It's actual me
real
trying to weigh in
observation.
on the marketing of their company.
You know what? When I see Derek, I'll ask him. Hey, when you see Derek, you ask him. You record with him every single week, so that's something you could ask him. Hey, listen, remember we were talking about the bunnies and eating the bunnies?
Every day I keep saying, will you stop bringing up animal meat and things like that, or and then you keep doing it.
Well, listen, and I mentioned that I had received a text
about where to have rabbit
provisions
in Mill Creek.
That text was actually from the Utah State Auditor, John Dougal. And I didn't out him at the time because, if someone approaches you on Twitter about the show, they kind of out themselves, right?
Yeah, there's a guy who has run on the catchphrase Frugal Dougal, and yet will try to sell us a rabbit dish for $23.
Well, it's not his restaurant. But I'm saying this because, when people hit us up on Twitter, they kind of out themselves, right? They're already public. We talk about it. When you and I get a text from someone about the show with potential show content, it's a little bit more tricky because the text is more of like a private conversation, right? So you don't want to kind of out somebody. But he's actually made an offer to audit the podcast.
I don't even know what that means. And when you said he was making an offer,
well, look, everyone's concerned about fake news.
Oh, okay. That's the role he's going to play in the show as the auditor?
Do you think this podcast could benefit from fact-checking?
No.
Why not?
No, because, look, KSL.com and about every other news organization in the last couple of weeks, they're all still wiping the egg off their face from the whole running the story of a lifetime where they're like,
the Santa Claus?
Santa with the
boy that dies in his arms.
With the cancer child who dies in his arms. And it was, I'm reading through the story and I'm like, this is awful. I guess it's happy. And they showed the Santa, and the Santa's the one who gave the account.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm Santa. And,
look, you appreciate.
I put on my Doug Wright voice. As Santa, I only use Connecticut.
Santa. Now, it's I don't know what that guy was trying to do. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Trying to bring some Christmas cheer and some self Christmas promotion, as if he needed
really
it this time of year.
Right? He's Santa Claus.
Yes.
Hey, listen, speaking of Santa Claus and some fake Christmas promotion.
Tim Allen.
We're recording video today, by the way. I'm putting this photo up.
Oh.
It's for you to see, Alex. You can find the video on iTunes, by the way. In our regular podcast feed, the video for the show comes up when we do it. We started doing it more and more. But check this out. So look at this photo. What is it? You can see what it is?
Oh, it looks like your standard fake Christmas tree.
It's an enormous Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It is a couple 100 feet tall.
Is that the Luxor behind it? Is this Las Vegas?
It's not Las Vegas, but that's actually an interesting observation because it's clearly a different kind of climate. So what are some of the clues? Can you identify where this is?
I'm going to say Egypt because that looks like maybe the actual Luxor.
Well, this is a giant tent.
Oh,
look what you can see right here.
But a giant pyramid tent. Oh, wait, I can see palm trees.
You see palm trees? Yep, palm trees here.
Hold on. Okay, let me look at the one behind me.
You've got right here.
Oh, a Ferris wheel,
wheel.
a.k.a. as my kids call it, the Ferris wheel.
But look at the people. Can you tell where this is?
Are you asking me to be racist right now?
I'll give you a hint.
Middle Eastern.
Okay, yeah, good. It's in Iraq. A Muslim businessman has erected the tallest Christmas tree in Baghdad. He says it's a show of solidarity with Christians during the holiday season. So it's cost him about $24,000. Oh, it's 85 feet tall, so not quite as tall as I indicated. But it's got a diameter of 33 feet.
Over under on how long it's going to take for this thing to get burned down?
Well, not to,
because it looks like
not
they made
to,
it
as you say, sound racist, but I'm going to admit that crossed my mind as well.
Well, but listen, it looks like it's made out of, they're all, paint the, how many pallets you have? Paint them.
Well, so
it looks like a.
Are you concerned this is going to accidentally catch fire or be deliberately sabotaged?
Deliberately sabotaged.
Because I think there's a chance of both.
I mean, just from what I know. It's not like, whoops, we held that big old magnifying glass at the bottom of it in the sun.
Miswired, something like that,
Okay. All right. Well, I think it's going to be
great.
I think it'll be a saboteur before it's a
That's not bad. Look.
It looks cool.
24,000.
It's 24,000 lights. Is it
$24,000? That's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's a real gesture on his behalf to show some solidarity.
I think if America
across culture.
I think America owes, because of the whole Operation Iraqi Freedom, aka we're going to stay here for a while. Mm-hmm. Well, we could send over we have like a blue spruce or whatever we could send from Oregon.
This is more meaningful, though, because it's one thing for the Americans to bring over an 85-foot Christmas tree.
At this particular time, everybody clear the area. At this particular time, the U.S. military is setting up the official U.S. military blue spruce. Please clear the area.
All that does is reinforce some pretty negative stereotypes about us.
we just decorate. Well, you saw the story out of BYU with the students showing the quote-unquote solidarity.
Oh,
by wearing hijabs.
Yeah.
And on the one hand, you're like, this is a great story, but you had the same thought I did, which was, hold up, let's slow our roll a little bit, because is that appropriate? Like, I don't know religious-wise if that's cool with like, hey, man, we want to show some solidarity with the Pope. We're all going to wear this funny hat.
Well, listen,
I don't know if it's at what point does it become offensive?
Yeah, I see. I completely see what you're saying. And I remember getting hit up by a
homeless guy on I-80.
No, it was some student filmmakers. It was downtown Salt Lake City.
So homeless people.
There's some student filmmakers from the University of Utah, and they were doing this documentary on peyote, because you could get in real trouble if you were just if you were non-Native American, not in certain circumstances. You could get in trouble for using peyote.
Tell me more.
And they were trying to agitate to allow people, non-Native Americans to go and participate. And the thought crossed my mind, well, if all you guys want to do is go do drugs, that's not very respectful to their tradition. It exists in a specific context. And for you to come and crash the party so you can get high.
You can't just show up and go, right, Native Americans, you guys.
And so it's
right.
And so, and
then get high.
I had a similar thought with the BYU thing. Do you really understand what its purpose is? And
I think that
what are you trying to do here?
Ultimately, it's a solid, sign of solidarity. And when I was at BYU, there were Muslim students. I mean, you know why? Because out of all the campuses, people who are practicing Muslim, like full on, just really, really taking it serious.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't drink alcohol. Guess what? Stone cold sober.
You're right.
BYU, and it worked
Muslim
out.
Students will fit in BYU, for sure.
The alt-right? Is that what you're saying?
I said conservative Muslim students, not the alt-right. Well,
no, I'm saying all of the alt-right getting together, a bunch of religious people. You're trying to make fun of everyone, huh? Mormons and Muslims. Ethan.
I just came across an unexpected problem.
What is it?
I got the sniffles that last segment, I got a little bit of a runny nose. And, when you're just on radio, that really doesn't matter because no one can see you. But today we're recording all this video. I'm surrounded by half a dozen cameras.
You had some lamb legs coming down from the old schnoz?
I didn't want to make it too obvious. I think I got away with it.
Oh, you picked your nose.
No.
Look, wiping your nose, no one's gonna care about that, man.
I feel like people will. I feel like people really will. Hey, listen.
What do you got, bro?
I got a crime story. It's very serious infraction out of Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Authorities say a New Hampshire man was arrested after he tried to move a parked ambulance that was blocking his car. Matthew Duvall of Manchester was charged with disorderly conduct and unauthorized use of a vehicle. He's due in court next month. So firefighters and paramedics were inside a home helping a patient, and they had an unlocked ambulance blocking this guy's driveway. They had left it unlocked because they were, getting in and out of it. I mean, they got to go and they got to run and grab something. They can't, fumble for the keys, whatever. So this guy couldn't get his vehicle out, so he got in it, tried to move the ambulance himself. And when the emergency personnel heard the backup beeping sound, they called the police, who came and arrested him because you can't just get in an ambulance and drive it. But I will say this, Alex. I think he made the right decision.
Oh, wait, why?
To try and move it himself. Well, look, you've got some conflicting things here. He's got to get where he's going. They're trying to save a life. Okay? And I think that his idea...
Ethan, this is what the robots who are driving the Teslas have to think about,
I think his
man.
idea is not an unreasonable way to accomplish both things. Because you don't want to go and insist that the paramedics leave their patient, right? You want them to continue to focus on that.
Yeah, you got to work on them.
You move it 10 feet over, it's not going to change anything for their work. In fact, you might even end up moving it 10 feet closer. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's not going to meaningfully change anything for them, and you can get out and get on your way. Maybe he was in a real hurry.
Yeah.
I think they should just...
Ethan, as they say,
I think they
tell
should
it
just
to
let
the
this
judge.
one go. I think they should let it go. Their unauthorized use of a vehicle and disorderly conduct. He wasn't stealing it. He was trying to very quietly, without bothering those guys, get this resolved.
You guys keep working on that. See if we can get a pulse back. I'm just gonna go ahead and just don't mind me. I'm just gonna start this thing up. All right.
Beep, beep, beep.
All right.
Beep. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just moving it. Did you see the email we got from Patrick Wiggins?
I did. Patrick Wiggins, the NASA, the Solar System Ambassador for the state of Utah and Nevada.
Yeah. He's a longtime friend of ours.
Longtime Nightside listener.
Really
Also,
great guy.
Also, a on board from the beginning Tesla lover.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who saved his pennies and said, I'm going to get me a Tesla. And he did it.
He piloted the aircraft you remember when we did that testing for Studio 5?
Oh.
So Studio 5 is this local midday show.
Mom show.
Kind of caters
to
women and moms and things
Don't
like that.
say kind of. I mean,
it does.
It's a mom show.
So they asked Alex and I, at the time we were kind of newish fathers, and you more so than me, and they asked us to test out these diaper bags and put them through the dad test. And so we did.
$200 diaper bags.
Alex filled his with manure at a ranch, and I filled mine with baby supplies and threw it out of an airplane.
Yeah.
And Patrick piloted that airplane.
And that's right. Great. He flew you around, and you filled it full of rocks and threw it out of the airplane.
And a few baby things. Yeah.
I was like, I took mine to my father-in-law's ranch and filled it with cow manure, and I was like, look, you'll be lucky if it's just cow manure. It's going to get in this thing.
I thought it was amazing, and I was more than a little surprised that Studio 5 never asked us back.
They literally poo-pooed it.
I thought it was amazing. I thought we had given Studio 5 the best segment they'd ever done, and probably to this day still have ever done.
I think it was because we destroyed the things that they gave us to test.
Mine came out almost without a scratch. So we dropped it from like 300 or 400 feet.
No, it was like 3,000 or 4,000 feet, I thought.
No, it wasn't that high.
I thought you guys were in a weather balloon above the stratosphere. This wasn't a Red Bull diaper bag drop.
It was dirty and things, but I took the wet wipes out of the diaper bag and I used them to wipe off the outside of the diaper bag, and you would never have known that it went out the window of an airplane.
I can't remember what else we did with it because it wasn't just those things. We had like a whole segment. The reason they didn't ask us back is because every time that we did one of those segments, it took. I mean, it was like a full day of shooting. We were like, I've got an idea. I've got a friend with an airplane. I'm like, I got a horse. And they're like,
just too involved.
They wanted to like hear us be like, and I carried my child around, and it was comfortable to wear.
And I like this pocket here.
Yeah, it was not going to be that with us.
This pocket.
It's not
going to
be that.
Formula
they
in this
did
pocket.
ask us back. I hosted during.
I haven't appeared on Studio 5 since. You may have.
I hosted during Dad Week that week.
Oh well, then I guess I guess I know what they like. They like things filled with manure. They don't like things dropped out of airplanes. Now I know.
Patrick Wiggins said, "Hey, I downloaded the podcast.
I'm gonna read it. I
love it. I love this.
So he
because
downloaded the podcast.
It's so Patrick Wiggins because he lives the reverse lifestyle of he is up at
all night looking through a telescope.
Yes, and then he sleeps. He's up all night, sleep all day.
So here's what he says. So he just finally came around to download it. He knew it was out there. He says, result, I just finished a 2-day marathon Nightside listening binge.
Nice.
And I'm all caught up. Ooh, by the way, there were so many episodes, I ended up playing them at 1.5 speed.
See, I do that too.
Talk about the chipmunks.
No, and I do that too because I want to you will get through the content and you know the people's voices. He's heard our voices, but all it is going a little bit faster. And so you know what we're saying, you know what we sound like, and we don't really sound like chipmunks. It's just a tiny bit sped up, but it literally saves you 50% of the time.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Listening at that rate. So it's
at
nice.
1.5 speed.
Is that right? Somebody else do the math.
Yeah, 50%. 1.5 is 50% faster.
All right.
2 times is twice as fast. So. No, it's absolutely correct. You nailed it.
Thanks, buddy.
So look, that's an option for you if you want to listen to the Nightside Project, but your commute is shorter than the average 20-ish minutes that we do per episode. Throw it on 1.5 speed, and you'll get there. That's the recommended usage for the Nightside Project. You pick up an episode on your way to work, you pick up an episode on the way home from work, and you've got it handled. You've got your traffic, you've got your weather, and you've got your Nightside Project all on your phone. We all live there together, one happy family. Finish your commute happy.
Hey, I was gonna also say, coming up in a future episode here, we're gonna need some interaction from you via Twitter at Alex Kirry KSL, at Ethan Millard KSL. It could be Twitter, it could be Facebook, could be any of the ways that you want to hit us up. We're gonna have a Christmas exclusive first world problem. Okay. So first world problems as they pertain to Christmas only. The Christmas tree, for example, in my house, it really, really smells strongly of pine. And I'm like, can we dial this back a little bit? Costco.
I'll tell you, my first world problem for Christmas is an observation, and that is that Christmas as an adult is not nearly as much fun as it was as a kid. Also, it is significantly more expensive.
Oh, how about this? I got an astute observation from my middle son today.
What's that?
Dad, how come kids get all the presents and grown-ups get like almost nothing? I was like, thank you.
It's
yes.
Because Santa's an oligarch. It's the same reason why, rich kids get better presents than poor kids. It's the same thing.
All right. Join us again on a future episode. We want to thank our sponsors, the New Millennium Group, found at utahsfinancialplanner.com. And, hey, we're going to film more of these in the future as well. So if you want to jump onto our Facebook page, go to Facebook/Nightside Project.
Yes.
And then we'll tweet out some links and things like that. But find some video footage of Ethan acting like a fool. What did you do? Pick your nose earlier?
No, but I did wipe it.
Gross.
Didn't pick it.
Gross. Hey.
I'll wait for the cameras to
on
turn
behalf
on
of Ethan Millard, I'm Alex Kirry. We'll see y'all again, everybody.
Oh.